You know, I was sitting out on the back deck after finishing my workout this morning, and something came to mind, just this conversation I started having in my head. And I decided, you know what, why don't I share that conversation with those on social media, Facebook, all over the world? And maybe you'll get some value, maybe you'll be encouraged, maybe you'll be inspired by the conversation I'm having in my head. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about how many people are living their life based on the opinion and the suggestions of other people. I was thinking about how many people out there in the world, how many people might be viewing this YouTube video or other YouTube videos, and there's something that you want to do. There's something that's been pressed in your spirit, something been laid upon your heart for years, some of you. And you've been doing so many other things based on the opinions and the suggestions and the injected thoughts of other people into your life versus what you want to do, what God has put in your heart to do. Now, this is not one of those, name it and claim it conversations where you can just imagine and just get it on your mind and think about and do whatever it is that you want to do with your life, because technically we can't do whatever we want to do with our lives, right? We know that according to the Bible, our lives were preordained before the foundation of the world. We know that God has already prescripted and prescribed certain things and that we should be doing in our life, right? Our life was made up by the idea of God. And so therefore, we don't just insert and inject our own theology and philosophy about how we're going to live our life. Now, let me say this. With that being said, you can do whatever you want with your life. It just doesn't mean that it's going to work out the way he intended. That's not neither here nor there. What I'm trying to get at is that so often, God has given us an idea of what our life should look like, the path we should be taking. And so often, more times than we should, a lot of times we yield to the thought and opinion of people. People are living their life based on what their mama said they should be doing with their life. People are living their life based on what their father said or what a cousin said, or here, even better, a lot of people are living their life based on the perception they have received from somebody else's life being lived out. I want you to think about that. I want you to think that through for a minute. How many people you might be that person, how many people are attempting to live their life based on what they see or the pattern after what they see in the life of someone else? Listen, let me say this to you. You are unique. Do me a favor, write this in the comment section. Would you write this for me? Write in the comment section, I am unique. Just write those words. I am unique. Just write those 3 words in the comment section. In fact, when you write them, put an exclamation mark at the end. I am unique. Now, unique means that your life is made up of product given by God that is not like the life of anyone else. Your product is original. No one else can be you. You can be no one else. And when you attempt to be someone else, or even worse, when you attempt to be something you were not originally designed to be, the outcome of that is frustration. Let me put it to you this way. Frustration is the default of attempting to live life according to someone else's design. I'm going to say that again. That was good. That was good. I'm going to say that one more time. Frustration, aggravation, stress in the attempt to live life is the default of attempting to live your life according to someone else's blueprint of how your life should be lived out. And I want to encourage you to understand that you have to find out what is God's design for your life? And you got to begin to live that out. You know, I think about social media and I think about people that I run into and encounter. How many people are attempting to make social media videos, YouTube videos and other content, reels and whatever it is they're doing, TikTok videos, according to someone else's blueprint? Now, I'm not saying that you don't grab ideas from people. Yes, you're going to grab ideas and concepts, and your creative mojo is going to get the flowing based on your influence by other people and interacting with other people's content. However, you should always put your original spin on it, your original personality, your original character in it, and to give God something to bless, right? Listen to me. Let me say this to you. Your character gives God something to bless. It gives him something to, God, it gives him something to prosper, right? It gives him something to grow and to mature as you show up being the authentic you were designed. So somebody out there, I don't know who you are, but you've been struggling with your identity. You've been struggling with trying to get things up off the ground and moving, get your business concepts going and get your YouTube videos going and get your ministry up off the ground. Whatever it is, you've been struggling. You've been frustrated. And it's probably because you've been trying to do this in your own strength. You've been trying to pattern after somebody else's idea of what you should be doing. You're running around asking people, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Should I be doing this? What do y'all think? What do you think? It doesn't really matter. What matters at the end of the day, I've learned this over my life, and I'm learning more and more, even over again, every day of my life, that the only thing that matters is what he said. The only thing that matters is God's blessing going to be upon this. Now watch this. The blessing of God is the default of obedience. I'm going to say that one more time. That was good. Listen, the blessing of God is a default of obedience. Would you write that in the comment section? Just take a moment. And if you got to pause this, then pause it. But write that in the comment section. The blessing of God is the default of obedience. As we are walking in obedience, God says, I want you to create this style of video. I want you to create that style of video. Or I don't even want you creating videos. I want you to create audio books. I want you to create this type of content. Or I want you to be a public speaker here. Or I want you to start a women's group or a children's ministry. Whatever it is God is giving you to do as you're walking in obedience. Let me say this to you. There's a lot of talk about the algorithm this and the algorithm that. You got to feed the algorithm. Now, mind you, I believe there are formulas to certain things, and you want to play the game, the social media game. You want to play this game according to certain rules. I get all of that. But here's what I'm going to say. There is no way in the world I'm going to believe that there's an algorithm in this world that any human man can make that can outperform God's hand. There's not an algorithm. Listen to me. Listen, I know AI is super smart now, and they're creating all kind of robotic this and robotic that, and these things can write a thesis in 12 seconds. And listen, let me tell you something. There is no human that can create anything that can outsmart God, that can outwit God. Why am I saying that? If you just be obedient to God, he knows how to manipulate the algorithm in your favor. Oh, now, did I just say that? Am I going to get thrown off of social media for giving you some inside secrets? God knows how to put you in front of the right audience. He knows how to put you on the right stage. Watch this now, at the right time, in the right season. So I want to encourage you. Don't be worried about all that stuff. Don't be worried about the glitz, the glamour, trying to get this thumbnail right, trying to get that right, trying to get everything perfect. Am I saying that your videos should remain shabby? No. Am I saying you shouldn't put some form of excellence? And no, I'm not saying that. You should operate with a spirit of excellence. But what I am saying is you should let none of those superficial things deter you and discourage you from just stepping out and busting a move. Bust a move for Jesus and watch how he blesses you. Yes, listen, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what it sounds like. You are absolutely, positively, 100% unquestionably forbidden to fail. Purpose is waiting on you. Engage it. God bless and have a great day. And I will see you next time right here on Inspiring Transformation. Have a great day.